Good afternoon, everyone. This is Quill at Curio Conjurations in Medford, Wisconsin. And today we're talking about the divination of the day. I feel like there was a message out there for someone, and a few people today even were contacting me and saying, "Hey, Quill, I'm feeling a little bit off. What's this all about? I'm just not feeling myself. I'm kind of feeling like something's off, and those are very important feelings to validate, to address, not to ignore or kind of brush them aside. So right now where we are, the moon is right in Libra, and when the moon is in Libra, a lot of times we are faced with having to, whether we'd like to or not, start balancing things in our lives, start balancing our priorities, our relationships, our tasks, the things that we have to do every day. And if we are living out of balance, which a lot of us are, then that can start to kind of conjure up these feelings of anxiety, depression, just feeling really sad or off or tired or drained. And so today, from the divinations that I was doing earlier, I could see that the ancestors were asking, like, hey, are you blocking your own happiness? Is there perhaps an easier way to accomplish the goals in your life that you want, so you can feel some kind of sense of contentment or joy, or being able to move forward with your life? If you are being anchored in the past by things that no longer serve you, by habits, relationships, people, ideas, things, whatever, then that's going to keep you from moving forward. So that was kind of the overall message of the day. And what I would just like to very much stress with folks is, if you are feeling sad, if you are feeling depressed or off, instead of just, again, brushing that away, try sitting with it for a little while. A lot of people, when they come to me, we do a reading, and if they start crying, sometimes they'll say, "I'm sorry." You don't have to apologize for being stressed out, depressed, anxious, wherever you're at, especially in my space. Here we have a safe space for those kind of emotions. I have protective wards set up. I've got the energy in the room, making sure that this is a comfortable environment for those who come in. And if you're at home and you're watching this and you are just feeling so beat and so tired, maybe this week was really stressful for you, just know it's okay to curl up in bed and cry and just let it out, because acknowledging those feelings enables us to come up with plans for ourselves on how to move forward. And we don't always have a plan right away. In a perfect world, we could cry, let it out, and then be like, okay, I need to do this, this, and this. That doesn't work like that 90% of the time. 90% of the time, we feel an emotion, we let it out in some way, and then we're kind of stuck like, hey, what do I do next? And I'd like to stress here that the ancestors are kind of asking for people who are in this situation to start journaling, to start writing these intense feelings down that you're feeling, or, maybe you're just feeling hopeless, maybe you're just feeling stuck. All of that is valid. Write it down. You don't have to show it to anybody. This is for you, so that a few days later, after you've had some sleep, some good food, maybe a chance to kind of like step back and look at the bigger picture, you can look back at how you're feeling, and you may get inspired to start looking for the answer, start researching things on YouTube, start asking questions, get a tarot card reading. One of those, an option for you that's out there, so that you're not continuously in the cycle of being stuck in a rut. It is very, very, very important, the ancestors are stressing, that you acknowledge your emotions around this time. We're now moving tomorrow and the next day to the moon being in Scorpio, and Scorpio is that time of plotting and planning. And if you're not stuck in a rut, it's a great time to start getting that idea of what you're going to be manifesting and how you're going to work for the full moon that's coming up very soon. So in this weekend, if you are, like I said, just kind of stuck inside yourself, that's normal. That's the energy of Scorpio, but use it to your advantage. Write things down. You don't have to share things with everybody immediately. You can kind of stick a pin in it and sit on it for a little while and see how you feel a little later. If you have a therapist, if you have good friends, a church, social supports, whatever it is, and later on you read that and you're like, hey, I still can't come up with anything, go to one of those trusted sources and then ask their opinion, ask for a resource. You can always come to me and ask for resources if you feel like you're stuck in a rut. I've got reading lists, I've got websites, I've got YouTube videos I can link you to, all sorts of things that kind of help me out, and it might help you out. So there's many answers out there for you. The ancestors are kind of saying, hey, change of season, things are starting to, whether you see it or not, we're subtly working towards Mabon, which is that's the autumn equinox, okay, when we're kind of at this balance point between the seasons, and it's very normal for people to start feeling depressed or anxious because winter is coming, and instinctually we're just like, oh man, we've got to prepare for something, we've got to do something. That's very normal to feel that way. But if it's holding you back, try what you could try what I just recommended, or go out there and try to find something that will work for you. But the ancestors really needed to be heard today. I felt like there was a very strong push. It was almost overwhelming while I was doing the divinations. It was like, hey, when everything starts to match up, it's a good sign that that's the message the universe wants to have heard. So I wish you very many blessings in your day today. I really appreciate all the support you guys have been giving me, the comments, the likes, the shares, the subscribes, reaching out to me about what kind of videos you guys want to see, and making appointments for tarot card readings is super important. So thank you to everyone, and you have an excellent day.